workout, tapping your feet at your desk will burn 6 full calories per day. That's why we play everything.
That's 96.7 is WCXO. Carlisle.
This broadcast is a presentation of WCXO Sports. WCXO Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin' Sports is powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers, with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin' Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin' Sports. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio 4.0. It's the midweek edition already. Coming up tonight, we'll dive into some soccer and softball. Terry Calvert, the head coach of the Westland Lady Warriors, will join us after this first time out. And later on, it's all for Mater Dei softball and their new coach, Mike Palm. Plus, as always, on a Wednesday, we have the Easy Ends Travel Sports Flashback. It features basketballs, Nate Michael from McKendree. But right now, it's scores and stuff, and it's brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. And located on the Tucker Electric guest Mike. He's in studio, everybody. Duels. Randy Dooley's made his return. Welcome back, Duels.
Hey, thanks, Rip.
Last time you were in here, I believe, was after your retirement.
I think you're right.
When was that now?
Well, it's been
2 years ago?
No, I think it's 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. My goodness. All's good in that realm, though, huh?
Oh, it's awesome, I must say. Yes.
All right. Well, let's get to it, and we're gonna get to college basketball almost immediately. But I got to throw some hockey at you. Do you watch the Blues at all? Interested in much?
Well, I am interested in the Blues. I tell you, I've got a couple close friends, Rip, that just literally bleed the Blues. Brian Gonzalez, he is like the eternal optimist, and then on the extreme opposite is Kurt Peters.
Oh, yes.
I mean, he says they're constantly tricking you, but Brian, I get a kick out of those two because it's extreme opposite.
Now, Kurt, of course, is into all sports as we are, and I'm not sure about Brian, but otherwise, when we used to go over all the time to St. Louis, with the sports fan that's really just basically a hockey fan, that you'll find that from a lot of just diehard hockey, and not much. It's either way up or way down. Every game's the season, But
no doubt,
that's part of it.
He gets frustrated where Kurt will boycott, and he really gets aggravated. Where Brian, he's the eternal optimist, boy. He thinks this is the year.
It's going well for him now because they were dumped 7 in a row. Now they've won 6 in a row. They won last night 1-0, and in overtime against the Sharks, Vladimir Tarasenko had the winner with maybe 2.5 left in the OT session, and he scored 2 on the night. And Allen suddenly, if you got a hot goalie, boys,
that's key.
You have a chance in the postseason. Now they haven't made it yet, but they are currently in first as far as the wild card position goes, and there's still let's see, 8 games left, maybe.
They got a couple games.
6 games left. 6 games left,
I think.
And they go to Vegas Friday, and that's a remarkable story for an expansion team. They are just incredible. So
that is. I mean,
my only worry is duels. And what is their updated record at home? Vegas. I know a couple of weeks ago, still it was. Yeah, they're 27-9-2 at home. Well, they've hardly lost all year, but these teams, the Blues, they should fly them out the same day. They're going to go there the night before and get stumbling and bumbling and We
You know that they've kind of changed. They picked up some free agents, the way I understand it, and I don't know if that's messed with their chemistry because they're not quite as hot as they were early. And
little dip.
I was talking to, of course, Kurt. If they would make it, that would be the team to play, and that's kind of what he thought as well.
Well, they'll get to challenge the Golden Knights again come Friday night. College basketball. I've been spending a lot of time in front of the tube duels and love this tournament. And
what a great tradition, huh?
So, suddenly we're down to the Final Four, and I know you had Loyola Chicago. That's a pretty good story, isn't it?
That's awesome. It just goes to show how much talent and how good of coaches and the parity as compared to, back in the day, you'd take UCLA and give everybody else the field, and you'd take Wooden.
I love that. I loved the Bruins back then when I was a kid, though.
Yeah,
they were so incredible.
But it's really it's changed.
It's changed, and a good part of it, I think, is like Loyola, and many other teams like that, the so-called mid-majors, whatever. They're an actual team. They don't have guys leave early for the pros. They're juniors and seniors, and they play together. And instead of this one and done where you got the remarkable athlete, but they're not always. So they pick them off. And plus, Loyola's just pretty good anyway.
Well, they're darn good, and they're from the Missouri Valley now, and you look at. There's been a lot of teams from the Valley. Of course, Wichita State's left now.
And Creighton.
That has advanced. And to me, it's kind of been a ripoff for some of those teams. Because, example, if Loyola Chicago would have gotten beat,
they wouldn't go.
They wouldn't go.
They wouldn't have won.
And back in the day, I know Bradley had some great teams with Hersey Hawkins and Versace was there, and got a Valley team would get beat, and that maybe went 17 and won or had a tremendous conference record, and then they weren't able to go.
They should let a few more of those in.
I agree.
I know what they're doing from their ratings and all this junk. I don't care about their ratings for one thing.
I agree.
Plus, some of these big time schools, they're knocked out, they're punched out just like that. So
I agree.
The UMBC over Virginia is still the stunner, of course.
Hey, go get your pizza at Little Caesars on Monday, right?
Wow. Yeah, I saw something about that.
Yeah, from 11:30 to 1, I think.
I know I've mentioned it before, but I've always been surprised that 16 hasn't upset a number one. And there have been a few close calls, but not by 20 points. My goodness.
Man, that was amazing. I'll tell you, anything they shot. I mean, and they shot some bombs, and then they would go in and they'd get that bounce, and it's just kind of almost like Virginia was in quicksand. The harder they tried, the deeper they just went. They couldn't get anything to go.
And actually, the Retrievers, they played pretty well against K-State.
Yes, they did.
But Bruce Weber's done all right there, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's I'm happy for him. When he was at Carbondale and at Illinois.
Yeah.
That's.
But who do you have now? Now that we're down to crunch time, I'm going Kansas and Michigan. I think it's over for. I really like the Wolverines. That Beeline gets them to play during this time of year all the time. And
I actually had Michigan on one pool, but Villanova's off. They're awful good.
They are. Brunson and company.
It's. How the basketball gods treat that team that night with
Very
the bounce.
true.
How about the bounce of the ball in the Loyola game where the kid hits the front of the rim, and it's
great. It's great stuff.
It is very good.
Kansas and Villanova. That of course is the late game Saturday, and then Loyola and Michigan. They tip it off at 5:09, they say. Yeah, I only have one team left, and that's Kansas. I had Arizona in the championship against Purdue, and then which I'm glad Arizona got beat, truthfully. But then Purdue, they lost Haas.
Yes, they lost a big guy. That was a big loss.
Obviously, I would have won if it weren't for
Yeah.
Coaches are moving. Before the ones who Porter Moser of Loyola, where's he going to be next year? Hey, this is the time if he's going to do it. If he just wants the money, go.
Yeah. How much money did that game make him?
I know it. Well, that's what happened just a day or two ago now. Chris Mack from Xavier, he went to Louisville. And not only, actually, he's going to a good place because it's down at the bottom now, and they gave him 7 years. He's going to have all kinds of time to get this straightened out, and he probably will. But,
and he will,
mean,
because Louisville is still Louisville. There's a lot of talent in
just
that.
from that town.
Yes.
Or just creep on over to Memphis a little bit. And Jeff Cable goes to Pitt. I can't believe Kevin Stahl, who I like, but they didn't win not one conference games.
And he's a great coach.
That's extraordinary. When you ain't got it.
When you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
You ain't got it. Harry Statham, any thoughts on him? It's I know an old story now, but everybody's still talking about it somewhat.
Well,
hate to see it, but
I do too. I not letting a man like that who's spent all the years there not go out on his own terms. But I don't know enough of all the behind the scenes. But to me, that just
it's a tough call.
Yeah, it is a very tough call.
On that other hand, now it's Division II, and he has been the coach, and it hasn't went well for him, and it's more important than ever to win now.
They've had some decent. I mean,
well, they've had a struggle since
years.
Division. Yeah. Actually, I think maybe the year before they came a little closer, but so the change has been made. I'm just anxious to see who they're gonna get. I can't wait it's about time to wrap somebody up.
Well, I would think, because you've got to get on the recruiting trail. I mean, that's as important as anything. As actually coaching. I mean, you've got to have the players.
As our friend Paul Luskois, and I can't wait to. It's the lifeblood of any sport in college, is the recruiting, though. And
exactly,
you probably have too. I've heard a rumor or two about him, but I still haven't seen anything in print.
No, and I was talking to Coach Weathers, and I don't know the details. I mean, I don't know how it works, but in a lot of contracts where you get bought out,
he's paid for next year,
right? But if you take another job, as far as in the collegiate ranks, does that nullify?
I think they're all different, right?
See, and that's what I don't know. So I don't know if that comes into play with what
I heard. And you probably have that he is on his way to a D1 college as an assistant or a head coach, but that was almost a week ago now, and still nothing's. So who knows?
I wish him the best.
You see a lot of stuff on social. That wasn't on social media, by the way. I heard it from two reputable people who would know, and either something just isn't, the ink hasn't dried, or I hope the best for him, though, man.
I do too.
Great
because
guy, and
he's a great guy. I remember when
what a player.
His dad. Yes, I remember when his dad brought. Well, Paulie was young, and Brent was young. And we'd have these pickup games here.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it was the who's who of Southern Illinois basketball.
You and Brad and Coonsey.
And Kuntz and Tom Michael and Gaff played then. And the boys from Oakville would come over. Shaney, the kid that played in the pros.
Russ.
Yeah. Who was that?
That's star-studded, man.
It was. You just couldn't be an average smo and come over and get into the.
We're gonna have Tom on next Monday night.
Oh, is he?
And,
well, you tell him I said
again.
Hello.
Yeah, he's but yeah, that's a good group. Let's see now. I can't remember, but because things fade from my memory now at times.
Mine as well.
Duels and past that age, I suppose. I don't know, but no, there's just Cardinals or Cubs.
Oh, I'm definitely a Cardinal fan.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I was raised up north, and I the Cubs. I always Ernie Banks and Jack Brickhouse and the boys.
Ernie,
but it was
Ernie. Whoa, ball player.
Oh yeah, there was.
And I see stuff once. Oh, come on, they didn't win the world. You think it was because Ernie wasn't any good? I mean, Brad Thompson was on the world champ. You think that's because he was good that they won?
I agree.
It's got to be the right from not mad or knocking Brad Thompson. But come on, Banks was
yeah, exactly.
He's a Hall of Famer beyond. But anyway, the season starts tomorrow.
Yes,
and that was pretty. Did you see any of it last night or the highlight? They're playing the Jays, of course, up in Montreal, and that's where Vladimir Guerrero starred for years. And his son plays for the Jays now. He's only 19, so he's not going to be on a major. But he's been playing quite a bit the last 2 nights up there in front of basically the home folks in quotes. And last night he hit the game-winning home run. Well, they won 1-0 over the Cardinals. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and that place went nuts.
Oh, awesome for him.
It was pretty special to watch.
Yes, that is.
Man, he's short and kind of pudgy, and I saw a picture today when he was maybe 5 years old with his dad at Montreal in uniforms, and he's come a long way. But they really like his future. But so Redbirds start with the Mets tomorrow.
Yeah, exciting. Very happy for Brian Eversker.
Yeah,
it even makes it a little more intriguing, I guess. So
he's going to do just fine. And since all of the dust has settled, and the bullpen was probably the right thing for him too, instead of the pitching coach. Honestly.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
And he said it here too. He needs a little more grooming in that area. But
have you talked to him then?
Yeah, we've had him on since, and we took him out for our almost yearly little go away party before spring training.
Oh, okay. Well, I was talking to Alan Crocker, and Alan said he talked to him, and of course, Brian gets along with anyone.
Yes.
He's
no joke.
He's
gets not
along.
like you and I. Well, really. He doesn't have an enemy. I've yet to run, even just in passing. I don't care for it. Never. He's good people, and he'll do great there as well. So I got to get this out, man, because this only happens to a baseball player. Duels. Randy Dooley with us here on the Tucker Electric guest mic. This just in. No, sir, about 15 minutes ago. Royals catcher Salvador Perez, who's a good one, he's out 4 to 6 weeks with an MCL tear. Last night, he hurt it carrying his luggage. Only to a baseball player. They fall down steps with bags of groceries. I remember that happened to one of the pitchers in Colorado about 3-4 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, what a hit.
You have to watch your step, and I have to say, Rip, I must say my wife had a spell, and I don't know if she's listening, but
that's why we're flying the Talkin' Sports flag at half staff tonight.
That's right. I feel so sorry for her because she fractured her foot coming out of a yoga class, no less, and so my heart goes out to her. And the
best to her.
But
quickly.
Yes. Accidents happen.
Yes, they do. Start packaging myself in a bubble here shortly. But, yeah, that's unique and only in – and locals, Brian, of course, now playing it. Trevor Richards on the he was on the cusp. Unless something just quickly happened. He didn't make the team as far as the opening day roster.
Is that right?
High marks in spring training.
Yes.
Wow.
That
0.75
awesome.
ERA.
He battled, who was it?
He beat Scherzer. I know, exhibition, whatever, but he did go head-to-head twice, and they won. An unearned run against them Saturday. And the only reason he's not made the team, he's now on that 40-man roster.
Wow.
Saw a really nice interview with Trevor first, and then Dottie Baseball, Mattingly, the manager.
Oh.
And he,
well, the future's bright for that young man.
Yeah, and he's with a good team because it's young. They got rid of everybody, so everybody's going to get their chance.
Yeah, wish him the best.
Honestly, if you're Miami Marlins a fan, you cannot be happy. But for a play, it's just like when Gaetti, they cleared them all out with the Twins in the early 80s, and all those young guys got their call at the end of 81, and look what happened.
Yes.
But now you got to take take advantage of it and so forth, but still gets you a chance earlier, and hopefully that hold true for Trevor. Now Josh Tolley, right now he's without a team there. He got released maybe a week plus by the D-backs, and he's probably at the crossroads. Hopefully he's going to get an opportunity.
But you just need a break.
Yeah, so see if he gets picked up here. Unless I'm going to wait a while before I get a hold of him, get in touch with him. And so, man, Tony Romo. What do you think? He did all right.
He played in the golf tournament?
He did all right. I mean,
I think he's doing okay, Rip.
I realize. Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. Somebody and they were serious. That might have been on. He finished last. Well, give him a break, I mean, this is his first time in a PGA Tour event. Yeah, he's 132nd. So what? 77, 80. Hey, Tiger didn't make the cut a lot either. So, but this is his first time.
Yeah,
and he shot a lot better than that in real life. Before this pro, that's got to be nerve-wracking, man.
I'm sure
even
he'll
for
do
him
just fine, and he doesn't have a bad life going, I'm sure.
No, he's got a good life. Yeah. He seems like a home guy to me.
He does, yeah.
Plus, Nathan Crakey over from Bartels, he roomed with him. I know
Is
at least
that
a
right,
year
with
up
Romo?
at Eastern when Nathan was catching passes from him and stuff. So he feels like one of
Eastern's turned out a few from coaches,
coaches especially.
Yeah,
Shanahan and stuff, and New Orleans.
Yes,
been there forever. Now I'm drawing blanks too. I think he's been there
too, and that's crazy.
Okay,
and then the coach from Minnesota.
Yep, they've had three or four.
Yes,
head coaches.
Yes.
New Orleans. How can
it'll come? I can't believe
one football. No, I want to get your reaction. Then I guess we got to split. But NFL. Anyway, they supposedly know what a catch is now. That's pretty amazing. For one,
unbelievable.
I'm telling you, duels, and some agree. And the reason that's all went the way it is because of this stupid replay review junk.
Exactly.
They slow it down. Just call it and go.
Hey,
we knew what it was.
The Cardinals had to live with
90.
it when Denkinger blew the call.
Yeah,
I mean,
I hate it.
It's the human element.
Yeah, I mean, players make errors, and this thing could really get wild because now there's a rule: you can't use the crown of it. You can't lower your head. Nobody, technically, not the lineman. And one guy says this could be subject to review. These games will last 5 hours. It's terrible.
Is the runner supposed to run just straight
That's
upright?
Another thing. The defender doesn't always stay where he's at either. They tend to kind of wiggle around and move it. Hey, I'm sorry, man. If you don't want to play and risk injury, then I know a lot of people who
then give up that contract.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who are 60 and 70 and 80 who have ended up with Alzheimer's and whatever, bum knees and legs. I'd sell for a little fame and fortune and take my chances.
You got it, Rip.
Either play or get a job.
That's right.
I'm not saying that's not work. Football's real work, but that level. But still, come on. You got to put dresses on them, as Shannon says.
I agree. I agree.
Duels, anything else? I guess we better roll. Thanks a bunch for dropping by.
No, I appreciate it. You guys do an awesome job out here.
We try and have some fun because it's easy not to find fun. You got to find some
you
fun.
You better
once
have
in a while,
fun in your life because, unfortunately, it's very fragile.
Good luck to your wife, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Get her to see
going to see the orthopedic tomorrow, so hopefully news is good.
They know what's going on.
Hopefully.
Put the trust there. All right, Duels, thanks.
Hey, thank you, Rip.
That's Randy Dooley and Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Isaac Auto Body in Carlisle. See them for 24-hour towing and collision repair. I know he knows the Isaacs well. They do a great job, and he was on the Tucker Electric guest mic. We'll go to soccer and then softball. The flashback in between. Stay tuned. This is Talking Sports for a Wednesday. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
Welcome to our music warehouse.
Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs.
Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio. Yes, I know I've gotten a text. Sean Payton, it's finally shuffled around up there once in a while. Sean Payton of the Saints. There we go. With us now on the Tucker Electric guest line is Westland Lady Warriors soccer coach Terry Calvert. Terry, welcome back.
Thank you, Rip. It's good to be back.
And your team is off to a good start. In fact, you've won your last 3 matches. All 3 of those triumphs were posted last week, so attaboy.
Yep, sounds good. We're turning the corner. We had a little learning curve there at the beginning of the season and a tough Metro Cup, but the girls are coming around.
I like that learning curve. Yeah. How many matches did you play over at Edwardsville? 2 or 3?
In the Metro Cup, we played 4 games.
Oh, 4. Okay,
yeah.
So you all right? So that was over a 4-day period, then, or a 3-day period, I guess.
Well, we had 4 games in 5 days. It was that total week was the tournament. We had 4 games in 5 days.
Okay, Columbia, Jabot, Marquette, and Mascouda, those 4.
That's right.
There we go. And I think you always start out there, don't you?
That's right. Yeah, we start our season there, and we were in the middle division with a little bit tougher teams than we're usually with, and we hung in there with them. Columbia was our tough game, but we were right in the game with Mascouda and Alton Marquette, out shooting both teams in the games.
Well, I know in your last 3 matches there, you have really piled on the score. 12 goals, 12 in 1 against Metro East, 8 in another, 25 counters and 3 victories. That's really impressive in that string.
Yeah, our offense is coming along, and we also have to mention our defense. 2 of those games, we didn't give up 1 shot. We had a shutout, but there wasn't even a shot.
Unbelievable.
So our defense is doing just as good.
So your goalkeeper, is that Lydia Shorefighty?
Lydia Shorefighty, that's right. She stepped in, and she had kind of an easy time those 2 games.
She was a little bored. Does she get full pay for that, or how do you do that, Terry?
Yeah, she still gets full pay. She stands back there and sticks in there with the weather.
Nice deal there. But she should be well rested. In fact, she did a great job against Mater Dei. That win had to really be satisfying. Of course, that's a big rival and a county foe and all that, and that was on their good-looking turf.
Yeah, that's right. They're always a tough match, and the girls were prepared for it, and they've been looking forward to it, and they came out and we gave them our best shot.
5-1. You beat MD. Now, how many shots did the Lady Knights get off on you?
They had 3 shots.
Just 3 there again. Boy, the defenders, and we can talk about them later, but, I mean, the teammates in front must be doing one heck of a job, too.
Yeah, we can score from a bunch of different positions, and we have a lot of girls that are eager to score.
Yeah.
They're spreading the ball around, and we're getting shots from the right side, the left side, and up the middle. We're getting a lot of opportunities.
And as far as the losses go, in 2 of them, just 1 goal defeat. So the only game you're out of it, Columbia, that was a convincing win by them. But that's a power. I see where they have lost 1 match. Do you know who beat them?
Althoff in the championship of that tournament.
Oh, okay, all right. I bet that was a good roundup, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't see that game, but I've heard it was a really good game. It went to overtime. So
went
into OT.
Okay. Anyway, as far as Terry coming into 2018, I think you've got good clubs, so this had to be no different probably during workouts and practices and such. You were looking, you had a good outlook on this edition, right?
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this season for a while. We've got a young team. We do have 4 seniors, but we don't have any juniors.
Yeah,
so we start 6 sophomores and then a freshman. So we're young, and we've even got 8th graders coming up next year that we're looking forward to having. So we've hopefully got some promising future ahead of us.
Whoa, okay. Last year's record, you were really good. 15-7 and 1. Does that sound correct?
That's right. Yep.
Won a couple of games in the playoffs before you were sent home. I'm not sure who did you bow out to in the postseason in 2017, Terry.
That was Althoff.
Oh, that was Althoff. There they are again. Huh? They always show up somewhere, huh? But
yeah, that's right. Them in Columbia, those are always our nemesis, and that's who we're shooting for.
Yeah. That's how did you do Columbia last year? How did it go against them last season?
They only beat us 2-0.
2-0.
And this year, it wasn't really indicative of the game. That it was a massive score, but the weather that day, there was 21-mile-per-hour winds on their turf, and our first game of the season, just the combination of things was not in our favor. we'll play them again, and it won't be like that, I can assure you.
That's right. You've got them coming up, and at your home site too. So, but you've got some good talent, obviously from 2017. Who are with you yet, right? How many starters do you have back?
Well, we have our 4 seniors are all returning starters. There's 2 twin sisters, Claire and Chloe Grinke, and they've started, I believe, all 4 years. And then we have Madeline Glover, who's a senior who starts, and Carly Mackey.
And so how many did you lose from last year's squad? Or was it minimal?
We lost 3.
We
lost 3, and Casey Bell was one of our top goal scorers last year. We lost her, but we filled her spot with a bunch of different girls filling in for the goals that she had. We've got Sid Christopher's a returning starter, Elena Fridley, Abigail Norbury, and Galena Stewart's a returning starter. Our goalie from last year had an off-season injury, and so that's where Lydia Shorefighty steps in, and she hasn't played soccer in several years.
Oh, really?
She stepped in for us, and she's doing a great job, yeah. She's really learning quick, and she's working hard in practice, and she gets better every day.
Who got hurt for you?
Her name's Kaylee Toller, and she does have 1 year left. She would be our only junior, and she's trying to work hard in rehabilitation to be back for next year.
Yeah, that's tough. Best wishes for her there. And the Bell girl, is she playing softball now?
No. Casey Bell graduated, and she's not playing soccer in college.
Okay. No, I was thinking there was another Bell on the high school, the Westland High School team.
There is a freshman girl. Yeah.
She's a freshman. Yeah, she is a freshman. We just had their coach on the other night, and I knew she mentioned Bell.
I think they're cousins.
All right. So how many are out total in your program? And you let's see with the numbers. I'm not sure. What do you have on the?
We only have 15 on our roster. We have a small roster, and so everybody gets a lot of playing time. From the top to the bottom, everybody gets a lot of time.
Well, besides Lydia, Terry, maybe spread out and give us a quick rundown on your starters anyway. And I know one of those has to be your daughter there, Tori.
Yeah, Tori's doing a good job for us as a freshman. It's a lot of pressure on her early. She's our lone forward, and we target her with the ball, and she gets it and tries to distribute to other girls that are overlapping her, and she's doing a good job of that. It's a new position for her. She's used to center mid, but she's trying to adapt and do what she can for us to help us at forward. We have Sydney Christopher, who we said who's a starter in the middle, with Madeline Glover we talked about as the senior, but our defensive line has really been doing a good job in the middle with Elena Fridley and Abigail Norbury are sophomores who both started last year, so they've got a little bit of varsity experience, and they start in the middle for us this year. And then on the outside is Chloe Grinke, who we talked about, a senior, and she plays right behind her sister Claire Grinke, who starts also.
Nice.
And our other defender is Madison Middleton, and they do a really good job back there for us.
But that's a good contingent there, and you just hope, and you already have started that path to get better and better. You still have a long season ahead, and you're doing fine, better than fine at 4-3 against some tough competition.
Yeah, that's right. And then we've got another girl that I'd like to mention.
Yes.
Faith Wyman. She's on the track team, and she has set some school records in track, but she's been kind enough to come help us out on the soccer team because she knows we're low on numbers, and actually had 5 goals in one of our games in her first year of soccer since, I believe, 3rd grade. So her speed really, really pays off and helps her out in that department.
Wow. And is Claire, maybe your daughter Tori, who is the leading scorer right now?
I believe Claire Grinke, the senior, has the most goals right now. Maybe Sydney Christopher might have the most points. I'm not positive, to be honest with you. I don't follow the stats too closely.
Yeah, you're just concerned
we're distributed pretty good. We have several girls with several points.
Yeah, you are. You're bundled up pretty tight there.
Yeah, that's right. Even Haley Jo Gilly got her first goal of the season in our match on Thursday night, and we were happy to see that. And then Madeline Glover's younger sister, McKenna Glover, is a freshman, who she started a couple games, and she's starting in our match tomorrow night against Belleville West, which is a big call for her, and hopefully she steps up and shows what she can do and keeps doing what she's done in practice.
How about that? And that first goal, especially as a freshman, has to really mean a lot, really be special.
Yeah. Well, that was Haley Jo that had her first goal, and she had one last year as a freshman. She's a sophomore. And McKenna's still working, I believe, on her first goal, but we're going to try to get it here in one of these next few because we've got some big games coming up against some big schools.
It's going to come. Definitely we'll do that. But, yeah, how many years for you now, Terry? You've been to soccer, man. It's in your blood. You're around the clock.
Yeah, that's right, the boys and the girls. This is my 5th year. and I'm enjoying it. I really like it. I had both my boys on the boys team, and now I've got my daughter who I'm coaching, and we'll just keep the ball rolling and keep going with this thing.
Belleville West tomorrow night over there, and you got Alton, and you do have Columbia's Kokia Conference play starts up, and you'll meet Salem in league action this time around.
That's right. Those conference games are big, and we're trying to get prepared for them. And, Belleville West and Alton, that's the reason we add them to our schedule, is to get us ready to play the likes of Althoff in Columbia and just give us some more experience against these tougher schools.
Salem is a really help to the 5 teams in the league now, right?
Yeah, that's right. I think that qualifies us maybe to have an all-conference team for the first time at the end of the season.
Okay, well, that's great. That's good. Get a little more notoriety for everybody that makes that
that's
brand.
Right.
That'd be great. All right, Terry, appreciate it. Have a great 2018.
Thank you, Rip. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
All
Terry
right,
Calvert. We've heard from Terry. We've heard from Randy, and still to come, Mike Palm, the new coach of the modern-day Lady Knights. Right after, immediately on the other side, it's the flashback and more. So hang in there.
Insuring your home and auto with Pekin Insurance equals a sizable discount. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department may save you as much as 30% on homeowners premiums and up to 15% on auto premiums if you insure both with Pekin Insurance. Call Farmers State Bank Insurance Department at 495-2965 for details about multi-policy discounts and learn what beyond the expected coverage and savings are all about.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal government agency, not guaranteed by the bank, may go down in value.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Don't miss out on Thursday evening, April 12th at 7 p.m. It's the Messenger Night at the historic Avon Theater. Clinton County Showcase presents Church Basement Ladies. This fundraising event for the Messenger will be an evening of fun and laughter. The musical is a celebration of the church basement kitchen and the women who work there. From the elderly matriarch of the kitchen to the young bride-to-be learning the proper order of things. You will see the ladies handle multiple events, share and debate recipes, instruct the young, and keep the pastor on course. Now is your chance to see it and help the Messenger newspaper spread the good news of the Diocese of Belleville. To reserve your seat for Thursday, April 12th, call the Messenger at 618-233-8670. Tickets will also be available at the door. Doors open at 6 p.m. The play starts at 7 p.m. This fundraising event has been sponsored by Steve Klosterman, State Farm Agent. Come help support the Messenger and the Clinton County Showcase. See you there.
We'd tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches.
Except nothing embarrasses us.
Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Just a minute, I've got to take off my dancing shoes, man. That was a toe tap. That was good stuff. It is 6:38. That's the time, and that time drop is carried your way by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Let's deal the flashback.
It's flashback.
Get ready to flash back with the Easy In Travel Sports Flashback. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201.
This is from February 5th of 2018. Yes, it's pretty recent. This McHenry basketball standout. I mentioned Tom, a few flashes ago. Well, this is his son, Nate. It's Nate Michael on the Cats' most recent exhibition games.
Last year we got to play at Illinois, and this past year, like you said, this year we got to play at Murray, and it's great because, growing up we dreamed of playing Division I basketball, no doubt, and getting the opportunity to play against Division I basketball in front of Division I crowds, it's very special. It's very special for sure.
And the one against Illinois, since your dad Tom played there, his alma mater, that had to be, it can't get any more special than that. I remember watching that on television that night, but that was incredibly neat for you, except for that shot to the nose you took, man.
Yeah, that's a memory that I definitely can't forget about. There's a lot of blood on that one, but definitely a worth it. We had a great time playing that game.
And the thing is, true to your I know you live up, but we call it Clinton County roots yet with you. You're one of ours. We have you adopted as one of ours, Nate, because of the background. So true to all that, right. You bounced back. You didn't stay in the locker room. You came back out on the floor for more.
Oh yeah, that was that's the thing that I tell everyone. There's no way I was going to miss that game.
I know.
growing up there and Dad playing up there and being a fan for so long, there was no way I was gonna miss that one. And luckily I was able to play that, and I know our guys had a lot of fun too.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here. Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
Investing your hard work and hard-earned money into farming involves a lot of risk. That's why Illinois farmers have counted on Country Financial for federal crop insurance, crop hail, and farm insurance for over 80 years. You get great coverage at a price you can afford, and best of all, you get the same great service you've come to expect from Country. Call me, Keith Wilkin, at 526-1179 or Teresa Richards at 526-1100 today.
Come out and test your rock and roll knowledge and contribute to a great cause. It's the original 8th annual Max 96.7 Rock and Roll Trivia Night to benefit Angels for Autism. Friday, April 6th at the Roland Park Golf Course in Oakville. Seating is limited, so be sure to register your 8 to 10 member team by calling Jeff Rabernord at 618-559-4489. It's the original 8th annual Max 96.7 Rock and Roll Trivia Night. April 6th at the Roland Park Memorial Golf Course in Oakville. Sign-in is at 6:30. Trivia begins at 7:30 to benefit Angels for Autism.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
We're up here in the Carlisle Meat Market Studio on this Wednesday night. It's not raining, is it? I don't think so. We're making progress. Maybe until tomorrow. I'm not sure. But look at this. Well, listen, actually, I'll tell you about it. Diane Chevrolet, are you looking for a car, truck, or SUV? If so, and at a good price, the right price, in fact, check out Diane in Trenton. Chances are they have your next pre-owned vehicle on hand there, and all of those pre-owned vehicles pass a thorough inspection. Most come with Diane's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. That's a nice trick at no cost to you. Better trick yet. Simply see your consultant for all of the details. Diane Chevrolet has a friendly staff, no pressure at that, like that. Dwayne, Nikki, Dave, and Nathan, check them out in person or call them first if you want it. 224-9200, 224-9200. Diane Chevrolet, it's the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Shop or schedule service too at DianeChevrolet.com. Just go on Al Gore's internet and plop that baby up. If you're on Facebook, we have the new question up, the new Brett's Wildlife Talking Sports poll question up. It got logged. Yeah, it's locked and loaded as of maybe 4:30 yesterday afternoon. This is on the Cardinals and how many games you think they'll win. We got the spreadsheet out at 80 to 85, 86 to 90, 91 to 95, or 96 to 100. We've had a lot of responses so far, which we appreciate. So go on Facebook and place your bets. And not literally. And I did post this on, I don't have the up-to-date results there on Twitter, though I did put it on Twitter too, at Rip Talking Sports. And we've had 49 votes there since 3 this afternoon. It is really, really close between 86 through 90, 91 to 95, 39% to 35%. But go on Facebook in this case and check out the Brett's Wildlife Talking Sports poll. That was just an example. Mike Palm is due up after these.
Planning a remodel or building a new home? Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton can get you started. Ideal Home Solutions has quartz, granite, solid surface, and laminate, with granite starting at just $49 per square foot. Ideal Home Solutions proudly sells Haas cabinets and specializes in custom showers, any size to fit your space. From tubs, whirlpools, vanity tops, windowsills, you're covered. Schedule a free in-home estimate today, 224-2500, or see their showroom at 102 West Broadway in Trenton.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, St. Joseph Hospital Breeze, Med Plus Physical Medicine and Brett's Wildlife Lodge, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman and Hardy's locations in Breeze and Carlisle, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial Representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards, and Area CC Food Marts. WCXO Sports since 1999. The sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Modern Day Knights, the Westland Warriors, and now the Christ Our Rock Silver Stallions.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, one and all, for the final block of the night. We've heard again from Duels, Randy Dooley, and also Terry Calvert. Saturday, one of our guests, we keep hitting on this college basketball until it's through and a little past, actually. SIU Hall of Famer Rick Shipley will be with us. What a player in his time down with the Salukis. And then Monday night, as I said earlier with Duels, former Illini standout, he's Eastern's AD now, Tom Michael. And, of course, we'll tack on another guest or two as we go along. Right now, we have an important one on the phone. He's on the Tucker Electric guest line. We go out for modern-day Lady Knights softball coach, the new guy, Mike Paul. Mike, welcome to Talkin' Sports.
Thank you, Rip. I appreciate it.
Long time no talk to. Haven't seen you for a while either. I guess we better get to the first order of business, Mike. Did you play today over at Collinsville?
Yeah, we're just coming back. We're on the bus right now, coming back towards Clinton County, and we managed to beat the rain today. I don't know how, but we were able to get one in. It wasn't favorable. We lost 10-5. We're up in the game 5-3 in the sixth, and kind of blew up a little bit. But we're getting the game in. That's the most important part this time of year.
Yeah, obviously you want to win it every time out, but it's been you got to get some games underneath your feet, man, and that was good just to get it in. And you must have played well most of the game there too, so no harm. Get that loss out of the way, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want too many of them.
No.
We're pretty competitive, but we can accept this time of year a little better than later on.
How many games is that? 3 or 4 for you now in the registered?
That's our third game. We're 2-1. We've got 5 rainouts, probably about like everybody else, but like I said, just good to get one in today.
So you've had 5 wiped out, and that is so disappointing for you and all of the players. And you want to be out there first of all in the preseason for practices. You didn't get too much of that outside, and then of course once the games get going, you love to get in 2 or 3 a week if possible. But hey, spring around here, it's
yeah, absolutely. Get us in a groove a little bit.
Right.
We've been in the gym for so long and haven't been on the field. It showed there when we kind of coughed it up there late. It kind of showed a little bit. So, we keep getting after it. We're supposed to have a doubleheader Saturday. Hopefully we can get that in, but weather's not looking good for that one either.
What about tomorrow night? Are you playing tomorrow?
We are not.
Okay.
We were scheduled, but Greenville We're supposed to play Greenville. They have dropped that game, and there's no way to play. Our field's unplayable, so that's the way it is.
And the deal is, since MD, you're not in a conference, it's going to be tough to – first, it's tough to find open dates anyway if you do really get going, but then it's tough to schedule those against a league opponent, an opponent that does have a league schedule, huh? I mean, that comes first, those games.
Absolutely. We're going to be at everybody else's mercy when it comes to that. If they got conference games, I told Coach Shattuck that, we're probably just going to tell the girls to bring their uniform every day, and if we can get a game, we will. If not, we'll practice.
Right. You might as well be prepared in that way. You do, of course, square off against a strong schedule when you get to dot that diamond, but and maybe, what do you have, 2 tournaments left?
Yeah, we play at Marissa. That's a 2-day tournament. That's really our – call it a tournament. We play down there later in the year, and then we actually play couple of one-dayers, where we get a couple of games in. Those are always good. It's nice to get those done on Saturdays. It'd be nice to have those all the time if we could get them, but it's you got to pick and choose what you go to.
Exactly, and that was the case at Pinckneyville earlier, and maybe at Marquette coming up. That's in the middle of May.
Yeah, correct, and those are 2 good teams. Pinckneyville was state runners-up last year, and we were able to get a win against them. And Marquette, I said last year, the best pitcher I'd seen in 3 years in high school, and she's a senior this year. So they have a really good pitcher going to the University of Pittsburgh. She's a handful.
To Pittsburgh, yep. I'll be. Well, you've got a formidable unit too, and I know that's despite you lost some spectacular players from a season ago. A few of those are playing college ball themselves right now.
Correct. Logan Brownmeyer's a Division I player at Murray, and Kelsey Gertis, she didn't go ahead and sign to play, which she could have played any number of places, but she chose not to. Sydney Englehart's playing ball in Iowa to school up there, and having some success. So we lost 3, and then Afton, our other pitcher, and we lost a lot, but we have some others coming in, stepping in. Our first weekend was any indication. We'll be okay. We just got to find some consistency. We'll be fine.
So Afton Richter went on to play too, and I know the Braunmeyer, you have another one on your team, of course, there, but Logan, I think she's hit 1 or 2 home runs already, hasn't she? Maybe more than that. I just noticed a couple on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing well. She had a little bit of a slow start with playing time as a freshman in a Division I school would, but she's starting to get more and more playing time and taking advantage.
I think she picked a good place too, Murray State, close to home, and it's still a rather new program. Of course, they've had a lot of success though. They're doing just fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But a good set of returnees, too, and you start where you want. How about starting with one of those pitchers? You know her pretty well, the daughter of yours, Haley, huh?
Yeah, that's gonna dictate what we get done this year. She's capable. If we can be more consistent and elevate, that's the only thing that's holding her back is the consistency. If she's not great one day and not as good the next day, if she can find that medium, then we'll compete with anybody anywhere. So we're not afraid to play anybody with her. So that's a good start. She's throwing the ball well.
So she's looking good so far, and then you have at least one other who can handle some time out there on the mound too.
Yeah, we have a couple sophomores that Maddie Streaker, sophomore. She threw the game against Red Bud and did a great job for us. 2 strikes, kept us in it. Jamie Rose will probably get a chance to pitch. Abby Brandt down in as a freshman, she may get a chance to pitch for us because she's very consistent too.
Yeah.
So we have some young pitchers, but we're gonna have to rely on Haley most of the way against the teams that can really do damage.
Glad you mentioned Abby. She loves to play, as I'm sure all of those kids on your team do. But she's gung ho.
Oh yeah, yeah, she's fun. I've known her since she was
right.
2 years old, so she's a lot of fun to be around.
Let's figure Haley's on the mound for this little exercise here. What is your regular lineup surrounding her on most days?
Most days we have Abby Brownmeyer catching. Abby's new to catching, but she's been a kind of a backup catcher kind of her whole life, but she's doing a great job. She's really bought into it, blocking the ball well, and we help her with calling pitches. But mostly I let them try to call most of their game, most of the way through. That way they stay in the game, and I don't put too much pressure on Haley. That's hard for me to do, but it's the way it is, And third base we have Allison Beckman, who's a senior. Shortstop we have Lizzie Beckman. Her little sister's a freshman, and she's won that job. She's done a really good job for us.
Wow.
Second base we have AJ Holloman, senior, who's all she's done in 4-year starter too, like Allison, and she's hit about 450 for her career.
Amazing.
We missed her today. She had a family, a death in the family, and we really missed her today. And we were thinking about her today. But
yes,
it was tough not having her today because she's a great hitter. And then we have Sophie Moat, who's a senior who came back to play with us this year after this is actually her first year of school ball. I've actually had her in the summer for years and years and years. She would play ball in the summer, and then she'd play soccer in the school year. So I'm glad to have Sophie back. Outfield, the center field's Kelleen Englehart, and then we've been putting Kate Tunyas, a junior, in left, and Jamie Rose has been starting for us in right so far. But we have a couple other options. We kind of switched 3 or 4 kids around in our outfield, so whoever's swinging the hot bat and making plays is going to be out there.
You got a few sluggers in that bunch, too, and several of them, of course, put the bat on the ball rather well. And Abby, maybe she struck today. She had 2 home runs going into today's tilt, right?
Yep, she hit the ball well again today. She puts a lot of pressure on herself, but she's a superior hitter. She hits the ball. She's so strong. And her and Haley and Allison, Kelleen, they got to lead us. If they don't lead us, we're going to be in trouble scoring runs. But they're Haley and Abby and Allison, Kelleen too, they're such good hitters. We have to count on them for a big part of our offense.
Well, and you did have 5 runs down, so I'm not sure. But I know a lot of these girls are off to really nice starts there, so it's going to be a pretty potent lineup that these hurlers are going to face from the opposition.
Yeah, we think we're going to be okay. Like I said, we find a consistency and get this weather, the ball travel a little bit, we'll be in good shape.
It's your initial year as the head coach, Mike, but you've been around, well, first of all, you've been around Mater Dei for quite a while, haven't you, as an assistant and so forth for Coach Shattuck.
Yeah, this is my 4th year at school. I, learned a lot from Coach Shattuck, just how the school ball is a little different than what I was used to. I was a summer guy all that time. And
right.
And we try to bring the summer style to school because school ball maybe is a little bit slower, and we're trying to speed it up a little bit. But it's you learn a lot about how to deal with different age group of kids. I'm used to one group of kids all the way through, and it's different having a 18U kid and a 14U kid. You got to treat it's a little different. So.
But, yeah, my goodness, I remember you and your wife, Linda, coaching Haley in particular, Hoffman. I think she started when she was 4 years old, didn't she?
Yeah, that's when we started.
Mid-County League.
That's probably where where most people get their start. You coach your kids, and it just kind of takes a hold. And I was fortunate that Coach Shattuck asked me if I would be interested, before Haley came to school, and I said, yeah, I'm a coach. That's what I like to do. And now it's led to, being the head coach. So I'm happy. I really can't say enough about being a coach at Mater Dei. We love the school, and we'll be there for a while yet anyway.
Right. Yeah. No, this is right down your alley. And you have a JV team, I take, and who else is coaching us, helping you out, Mike?
Well, we were fortunate to get Irv Gebke to come back to help us.
Is that right?
Years ago.
Wow.
Irv's got the JV, and it has really taken a lot because we weren't sure there for a while what we were going to get. Everybody you try to talk to and ask help, you can get parents to come out, but that's not what we wanted.
You want consistency if possible, yeah.
Exactly, and we want someone who's there because they're passionate about the game and wants to do it. So this gives us a lot of stability, and Irv being there, he does a great job with the JV.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. And next up now, so you're skipping tomorrow, weather permitting, a twin bill Saturday at home.
Correct, against Albany. Yeah, we're looking forward to that one. Hopefully we can get them in.
Yeah. It's disgusting not to, that's for sure. But it will break it at some point there, Mike. At some point. Well, congratulations, and we're glad to see you in the head coaching ranks now and stuff. And you're going to do a great job over there at MD. And we'll talk to you later in the season.
All right, I appreciate it.
Say hello to your wife and Haley and company.
I definitely will. Thanks.
All right. That's Mike Palmer. Thanks to him, and also Terry Calvert and Randy Dooley, too. Duel snuck in person, man. That took a load of money to make that happen. So thanks to all three of those. Again, Saturday morning, one of our guests is Rick Shipley, formerly of the SIU Salukis. Tom Michael, Monday night from the Illini. It's all about college basketball and other stuff, too. Saturday, Monday, stay with us. Some TBDs. We'll see you Saturday morning between 9 and 10. We're talking sports, real sports talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Hoffman Supermarket, the only choice for quality meats and friendly service. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Diane Chevrolet in Trenton. McKendree University in Lebanon. Ideal Home Solutions in Trenton. Farmers State Bank Insurance Department in Hoffman. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers, with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.